Oh, yes, we're back with another banger. This is the one here. Like I said, we're going to start getting into the game. This real game, the real deal. See, what I notice, a lot of guys get on on apps and YouTube and cap and talk all of this shit. We're going to keep it funky. We're going to keep it authentic all the way, all the time. Fellas, we've been here. You may not want to admit it, but I'm going to say it for you. Every girl that you have been with sexually, you did not make her orgasm. I will say that again. Every girl that you've been with, you did not make her orgasm. Well, one would say, well, I ain't having sex to make, I'm doing it for me. Okay, cool. But if you're a certain aesthetic, you like the Chads and the guy who can move around, who has that power, that look, that can get a lot of women. You can do that for a certain period of time, but again, gravity hits us all. Women and men hit the wall. I don't see a lot of men have got into this. Well, the women, all the stuff apply to women, bruh. You're gonna get old too. You're not going to be chiseled, ripped, looking when you're 22. You're not going to look that way when you're 52 or 48. You may have a similar physique, but you're not going to look the exact same. You're going to age. You're going to show signs of wear and tear. You're going to show this. But that is attractive to a woman. To a man who's has a brolic physique, whether he is slim, trim, or buff or whatever, it shows signs of masculinity and masculine energy. That is what is attractive to her. Now, the misconception that a lot of men have is that he thinks because she's screaming and wailing and all this, she's enjoying it, or she's, whatever the case may be. Women have a build-up. You'll know when a woman is about to orgasm. You'll know. Her body does not lie. The wailing and this, oh, no. It is a build-up, and she's going to vocalize it because she wants you to keep doing the same thing that has gotten her to that point. Foreplay is a big factor. And again, this is where your taste in women comes into play. See, there's a lot of medical conditions that men go through, and women, when it comes to sex. Whether you're on some type of medication, it is more difficult for a woman to orgasm if she's abusing a sex toy, i.e. vibrator, rose, rabbit, whatever they're using. Because a woman that needs sex that much has some type of mental issues. People say, well, I'm a nympho. If you can get sex from your man every day, all day and night, your man is not productive, and neither are you. Because sex takes energy to do. It takes energy and planning to create the environment, and it takes some time to recover afterwards. So if you're looking for dick every day, you're an unproductive person. You don't have nothing going on. There's no way. Anything that is abused and that is available is normally taken for granted, and it is not appreciated. So with the fellas, see, there's this thing called erectile dysfunction. And myself, I've dealt with this. This is why I'm able to speak on it. But the thing about me, I'm a problem solver, whether it comes to my workout, my diet. My body is not looking the way I want. I'm going to find out what I'm doing wrong. My relationships with women are not working a certain way. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And I'm going to have those hard conversations. All right, baby, what can I do better? If it's the way you say things, you have to have the gift of gab to know how to extract honest feedback from your woman, or women in general. You have to have a certain way of speaking and a certain energy about yourself that gives women the comfortability to confide and express that without the threat or the fear of sabotaging the relationship. Because women will sit quiet. They will not kill your ego, because they know giving you certain feedback will ruin everything. You can be doing a million things right in one area, but that one thing. See, the thing about women that they don't understand about men, you will never get the full package. You're not going to get the perfect man. It's not happening. It will be very rare, and if you get them, you're going to have to share them. You want them 6'6", slanging 9 inches of dick, playing with 6, 7 figures, charismatic, can dress well, can move a room, be a doctor, can be a thug. It's not happening. If you run into him, best believe he knows what he is and what he's capable of. These are the men that a lot of women are alpha widowed by. But going back to the point, well, you have these pills, Cialis, Viagra, etc. You don't need to be taking these, and a lot of men in their 30s and 20s are, whatever. Now you have these natural supplements like this honey that's become popular. Use that. You can use you didn't know you can use regular honey. Your workout squats. I've implemented squats into my workout regimen, and I was neglecting that for quite some time. Fellas, do your squats. It is very, very beneficial. But to go to the erectile dysfunction, I say it's some truth and false to it, because you really may not be suffering from ED. The chick that you're with is just not attractive to you. You're not and this is where the work for self comes into play as a man, doing the due diligence, doing the work out. Self-care. Women love you how you love yourself. You walk around moping, fat, low self-esteem, low energy, not working out, not eating right, not taking yourself seriously. Women are not going to treat you any better than you treat yourself. The same way, and it goes for women. Women walking around parading themselves as hoes and they can do this. You're going to get that same treatment from me. If you treat yourself like a hoe, what make you think I'm going to treat you like a queen? But again, with the sex, the woman that you're with is just not attractive to you. You don't have ED. She's just not fine, because you can get on, soon as you have sex and it's not whatever, you're going to get on Pornhub or whatever and jack your dick in 14 seconds and you're going to be done with it, because the women that you're stimulating yourself to are attractive. They are the caliber of women that you want, but you don't want to do the work to put yourself in the space to get them. You think they're just going to fall into your lap, and it's not going to happen. But when you find out that you're not making your girl come, why do you think women cheat so much? Why do you think women, and I've done videos about the sexual underworld. Women can say all they want. Again, I've worked in these spaces. All women do is dick watch. They dick watch all day, at work, in the grocery store, everywhere. The same way a man's natural inclination is to see a fat ass and look at it, that is the same inclination a woman has to look at your dick. Same way. So a lot of women will not tell you that you're not pleasing her sexually, because again, you're doing a lot of things in other areas right. So she'll say, well, I got a rose. She got a sex toy that you don't know about. She's going to get herself off. Or she has another guy who's going to come through and knock the dust off it the way you can't. But the number one question is, why do you get into a committed relationship with a woman that you know you're not pleasing? Because there is there are very clear signs to tell if you're sexually pleasing your woman. Well, since you know everything, what are those signs? Of course, I'm glad you asked. Is she breaking bread? Women spend money when they're happy. And if they're sad, they're going to spend money to make themselves happy, i.e. retail therapy. Something to that effect. Women that are happy with a man spend money, and they put a lot of effort into pleasing him. When I say pleasing him, they make sure that they're beautiful. They make sure that they're at a proper weight. They make sure that they have the fragrance that he says he likes on her. She makes sure her presentation for him is on point at every chance. But she's breaking bread. Women are very stingy creatures. They are extractors. They are not meant to provide. They extract. So the women that do make their money, if they spend it on you, that is a telltale sign. If she's compliant, she's very feminine around you, she's not angry. The telltale sign that you're not laying your chick down right, She has an attitude problem all of the time. She's always angry. She's always frustrated at something. That's sexual frustration. Because if you're with her, shouldn't she not be happy or in a pleasant mood when you come around or when she speaks to you? If you're not making your girl come, that is a problem. You may need to either find out what makes her tick. But the thing is, a lot of women do not want to tell a man what makes her come because it's almost like masturbation. See, a lot of times when you are having sex with a person, you're really not having sex. You're just using that person to masturbate to. Because once you're done, you look at them crazy. You want them to leave. You want to get away from them. You don't want to touch them. You're just using this person as a masturbation tool. So women do not tell you what makes them tick or come because it's almost like try giving yourself a massage. Just try it out. Rub your shoulders in the way that you would want to be massaged if you can. Rub the back of your neck. It will never feel as good as someone else giving you a massage. And you can direct them and say, oh, yeah, right there, hit that. But you can't massage it out the way that someone else can. Does that make sense? Just like if you had a back itch before and you said, man, scratch my back, and someone scratched your back, it felt like heaven. Same way with women telling the man to do this, or you got to do this. They can direct you, but again, they really are more reluctant because that tells that you're not pleasing her. So, and by default, someone else may be pleasing her. So that brings up other issues in the relationship in which women do not want to sabotage. Because on one hand, they may be competing with their peers as who has the best man. Oh, women have the best man contest conversation all the time, directly and indirectly. So if you're not pleasing your woman, if you don't have the ego control to take positive critique or to take the honest truth that you may not be laying the pipe like you think. Your dick can be 19 feet long. You're not making every girl you have sex with orgasm. It's not happening. The same way Michael Jordan is not hitting every jump shot he shoots. It's not happening. But I would advise, again, either you want to solve the problem and make sure you're capable of solving the problem. Have the confidence and the know-how to get to the bottom of it. But a lot of the time, the problem cannot be solved. You may just be coming up short. You may want to go with a more smaller, petite woman who can't take as much dick. Because, again, the taller woman is, the more thick she is, she's going to be able to take a lot more dick than you may be able to throw. But a lot of times you find out that you're not pleasing your woman sexually, she's not orgasming, you're not making her come, you may want to get out of there. It's sad to say, well, the relationship shouldn't be about sex, but everything is about sex except sex itself. And I heard that, I think my guy Mr. O, he made that statement. It was either Mr. O or Virgil on one of Red Supreme on one of his streams one day. Everything is about sex except sex itself. Some things you can't fix. You cannot fix length. You cannot fix girth. You have to know what this is. And this goes all the way back to, why did you make this woman your woman? What made you say, yeah, this is the woman I'm going to commit to? Because you jump in head first and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what your sexual compatibility is. You don't know, what this woman has had in her past experiences. You don't pay attention to body language. You don't pay attention to how she responds to you sexually. So you set yourself up for failure. Next thing you know, your woman is cheating. Now, one would say, even if you are sexually pleasing a woman, that still does not protect you from cheating. Nothing protects you from infidelity, because the very possibility, or what's the word I want to use, exposure to an environment that can create a affair, i.e. work, gym, whatever, that little exposure can cause your woman to cheat. So you're not going to be safeguarded or protected. You just have to be confident in what you're doing and who you're doing it with. But I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this. But you guys let me know what you think about this topic. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.